Written on my face like a cast. I've got the demons of a soul. One on my sleeve, I'm on their toll. Why'd you even want me looking like a zombie? Why'd you even choose me dead to lose me? I'm running out of would you even choose me? Can you even try to see when I'm not so pretty, when I'm not trying to get running in your mind? Would you even choose me looking like a zombie? Yeah.
Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, glitter effers, gutter sluts, buddy trolls, lurkers, buttercups, whatever you want to identify today as. It's getting close to Christmas. I woke up late, and then I have all our treats that we made. You know, some little 14-year-old mouse got into them, so I have to kind of remake everything. And then Zach went live yesterday or on Twitch, and then I edited something, and then he went live today, so we got to cover it. I got an hour or so because I'm baking something, and so let's do it. Welcome in, Drella. Let me just catch everybody. Rolly, Glam, Frosty, Stink, Alice. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you guys aren't all stressing too much. Yeah, smash that like. Yeah, the song, I like that. I kept on getting copyright using Youngblood Zombie, and I really liked that one lyric, so I stole his lyric. Well, I apologize. I did it out of love. And then I wrote a song and put it in AI. It's okay. It's something I did at like 4 a.m. because I needed an intro song. So I am prepping something for either Christmas or the 27th. I have to do some editing because it's all like freaking copyright music. So I have to like edit it, but it will be a good time. Trust and believe. So if you guys are bored on Christmas, need a getaway, are alone, or aren't celebrating, then come and join. And hopefully I can get it edited by Christmas. All right. So I think we'll start with what I did. So, let me just get Zach's channel. Hold on. Are you guys all stressed out? Oh, stink. I don't usually drink, but I might have to this Christmas. I might be going to the liquor store tomorrow. So I edited something from Zach. I'm not a great editor. I'm learning, okay? But I appreciate that he put something out. Well, it was just on his Twitch stream. So I hope he doesn't mind that I borrow his content. Yes, Jarella, we celebrate the 24th as well. Like the boys will be here Christmas morning, and then they go to their dad's. So I'll be free like after 1-ish. Oh my God. I love the Phantom. Love the Phantom. Hi, come. Welcome in. And yeah, so everyone's coming over here tomorrow. So I still have to clean, cook. Oh my God, I'm dying. Oh, and I ran out of Advil. I gotta get some Advil. Guys, hold on a second, okay? I just got to talk to my Instacart person because I'm getting some like pop and sodas and stuff, and I know I can't carry that. How come I can't? Okay, I can't talk to him quite yet. Are you guys doing any Christmas baking? I made caramel popcorn twists. Do you guys have popcorn twists in the States? Milo Milo or Bits and Bites or Chex Mix. Puppy Chow. The Puppy Chow got eaten, so we make some more. I made some really god-awful cookies that I like burnt, and I'm going to have to remake. What else? Oh, and I'm making like some Christmas crack. 2 types. And then I'm going to make some cinnamon buns and a Greek salad. So, fudge. Love fudge. Okay, sorry. I was trying to talk to the Instacart because I need Advil because I'm dying with my head. Okay, let's play this. I'll just figure it out while I play this. Okay, let me just... Can I make it bigger? Okay.
She's still a very weird person.
So this is Zach talking about... I love Chex Mix too, but we don't call it Chex Mix. Like we didn't have Chex for the longest time in Canada. I know it's weird, but we make it with like Shreddies and Life cereal and those crunchy cheesies and hickory sticks. Like all the Canadian snack stuff goes in there because I don't think you guys have hickory sticks. Oh, good idea. I don't even know what that is, but that sounds good. Oh my God. Carrot on braided loaf. That sounds good. Hi, Andrea. Welcome in. Hi, Sky. My ex used to make like beans, like not pork and beans, but like saucy beans. And they used to take like 4 days to make, and it always pissed me off because it was such a mess. But that's what he makes. Hickory sticks. Oh my God, they're the best. Okay, let me just find a picture. Like they are the best. I think they're a Canadian thing. Okay, let me just share this tab instead. I'll get to it. I just wanted to chat with you guys. They look like this, but they're tiny. They're like little tiny potato sticks. And then they taste like hickory-ish. Oh, a salt cod salad. That sounds good, Stink. Okay, now I need to get Zach's back. Or mine back. Okay.
And I feel really conflicted, but I will just be transparent because that's how I've always been, and I will likely say something in a video at some point.
Yeah, it takes 4 days because he's got to like simmer them, like because they're dried beans originally, and then he makes the sauce and then simmers, and adds more to the sauce, and then adds more. It's like a crock pot. It takes like 4 days in the crock pot. I didn't watch Zachary Michael for many, many years. Like I watched him originally and then I didn't watch him, but I'm kind of really liking his content now. Like I really am.
Too. I just haven't decided how I want to approach the
nice,
like how to bring all of this up in a video.
Nice, Andrea.
But when I tell you I had the jump scare of my life yesterday morning.
Well, lasagna sounds good.
Because I picked up my phone.
I love how he says this, the jump scare of my life. So I just said, Rosie sliding into Zach's DMs like the self-aware queen she is. So I was really concerned when editing this about other people's chats, but then it's on Twitch and people can replay it and see it. So I don't need to worry about that. But I tried to cover most of them for privacy,
When I woke up and I had a DM from a person that had previously blocked me on Instagram because they were upset that I was looking at their Instagram stories. And they were asking me for my help after they have put out.
Like, Zach is just shocked here. So Rosie slid into his DMs, unblocked him and slid into his DMs. And here I say Roz has villainized like everybody that disagrees with her or has some comments about her or critiques or questions.
Allegations of me being a neglectful pet parent after they've partaken in online discourse and gossip about my ex who doesn't want to be a part of the internet in regards to me. And to be clear, she's been left unread.
I love that. I love that. Do you know the narcissistic injury Rosie must be feeling right now because she was left on red? Can you imagine? She's going to like rage about it eventually. Not right now, but eventually she will.
But it's just insanity to me. It's just really insanity to me. I'm like, just to be clear, none of my video was a favor to you.
And I love that he's clarifying this because we all saw the last stream. We talked about how Roz is like, watch Zachary Michael. She's in the chat. Watch him. The best video I've ever seen. You know, on her community posts, on her Patreon posts, she's in Patreon chat saying, I admire that he said all this. And I felt really gaslit because I'm like, I don't feel like this is a totally like Roz is a martyr and Roz deserves no hate. Do you know what I mean? Like I felt like it was mostly about Cam being a weirdo and sending this letter to purposely trigger her. That's what I felt.
The video I made about Cam is actually like more so reflective of just me being fed up with what some people find acceptable.
I just wrote, Zach clarifying the video is about Camelsley and touching the poo. Stop being weird. As usual, Roz thought the video was all about her, misconstrued the context of the video, and now believes they are besties.
So that's really the issue for me is like I made that video because I feel like, you know, we are on a path of like some content creators who want to talk about Rosie and want to talk about Chantal and want to talk about Amberlynn, who think that they are separated, who feel that they are separated from like the bad behavior that people like Chantal, Amberlynn, and Rosie do, and that they think that just because those people are like weirdos or do bad things that justifies their bad behavior, and that's far from the truth. Okay. That's 100% like so far from the truth. So me making a video about Cam being a weirdo, it's in defense of Rosie to the extent that I would defend any victim of something like that, right? It is not in defense of Rosie as a whole. Nor do I have any interest in talking to Rosie.
Right, like he was defending the situation, not Roz as a whole, I guess.
Like that. And why she thinks something has changed. I also just want to be clear that one of her last posts on Reddit, which I haven't covered because she actually had, honestly, kudos to her for actually sticking to for a while. I previously was like, kudos to her for actually blocking me from her social media. Kudos to her for you know, she allegedly blocked my name. And
I wonder how Roz is going to spin this reply, this Twitch, and then his next video. I'm interested to see
any form of my name in her live stream chat, so people couldn't bring me up. But that kind of all goes to hell when you unblock me just so you can send me a message asking me for help with something. I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly how I want to move forward about what she messaged me, to be honest with you, and so I'm just leaving it at that for now. I will likely share more information. I I just, in general, am thrown off by the audacity to reach out to me after after everything. You know, like that's really that for me. That's really the crazy part of it all.
I'm not shocked at all. I just said that this is how Roz is MO, and this is how she operates. She will villainize you. She will talk shit about you until she needs you.
Yeah. Wait, what was I saying before that?
Okay. Yeah, she accused him of some pretty awful things. Okay, so there's one more thing I want to share here. I just saw these chats. Roz is saying, also, this break from all the live content is going to be a lot longer than I want it to be. Current plan. Wait a second. Can you guys see this? Current plan, subject to change, a pre-recorded cooking video for Christmas meal. How is that going to work? I will film it and then I will put it on Patreon for 24 hours before I put it on YouTube. I will be making pre-recorded videos as ideas come to me, minimum once per week, may do more. I need a stronger barrier from the trolls and girl world right now. The next time I go live, I will need to make a lot of statements and address and announce things, and it may not happen until 2026. But I don't want the joy I'll get from some kind of Christmas content completely stolen from me. And then she has to put this picture in of herself. I'm really missing the lives, but it's for the best. YouTube community post is coming tomorrow. Okay. She did a grocery haul. It's on her Patreon, but someone on YouTube, Stepmom420, uploaded it. If we have time, we'll watch it. Do you guys want to watch the Zachary content? So after we watch the Zachary, I have a few statements. So she's taking a break right now. And so maybe the break is for her mental health. And if it's for her mental health, then I think that's a good idea. But she's not presenting it as if it's for her mental health. She's presenting it as if she is getting trolled relentlessly and that type of thing. So, and then to put a picture of yourself. I've been watching these old content of Roz, and she has some real egocentric ideas. I don't want to label her a narcissist because I'm not a medical health professional, but she does have some very egocentric ideas. Okay, let's watch Zach's now. Okay, just a second. Oops, I wanted to share it first. Did I copy it? Okay. Just a second. I got some kitties here. Okay, hold on a second, guys. 500 things are beeping at me at the moment. Yeah, in my opinion, she has narcissistic traits. Just a second. I'm just getting the floofs and itty bitty because there are inboxes and making noises. Hold on a sec. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go and stir the Milo. Okay, what were we doing? Okay, let's play.
Zach, and welcome back to my channel. Hey everybody, hi, hello. How are you all doing going into the end of the year, the holiday season for some of you who celebrate? I know it's a very busy time for me, myself personally, as I'm getting ready to go travel to see some family, and I'm trying to get my life together, things like that. But I wanted to do some follow-up on stuff going on with Quirky Love Rosie, also known as QLR, also known as Rosie Lynn Reed, because she's just doing a lot. She's doing a lot. She's posted a lot of updates since I posted my last video, which was really intended to be focused specifically on the bad behavior of this guy named Cam and the things that he has been doing to Rosie to make her really uncomfortable, feel really unsafe, and things like that. And I want to be clear that the coverage of Cam is to be in line with some of the other coverage I've done in recent history about people in this corner of the internet that don't know how to draw a line in terms of what's appropriate.
I think he's talking here about, you know, the whole FFG and Foodie Beauty thing. What else was he mentioning? He's just talking about going in real life.
And what's inappropriate when it comes to covering people like Rosie, Amberlynn Reed, or Chantal Marie. And I just want to be clear about that because when I've covered people like FFG or Rachel in recent history, I've been clear to say that that doesn't absolve like the people that they cover from their bad behavior. I think it just means that they're all bad people in this situation. They all made some poor choices in the ways that they've gone about making content on the internet. That goes for Rachel, that goes for FFG, that goes for Chantal, that goes for Amberlynn, that goes for Rosie, and that certainly goes for Cam. And I just want to be clear about that because I still have lots of issues with Rosie as a content creator and Rosie's behavior on the internet, Rosie's behavior and interactions with me.
My God, I was watching just before the live Zachary Michael stream he did, and Rosie was calling him a loser. I think I might have the clip. I didn't clip it, but I might be at the spot. And he's like, Jesus, like, stop, girl. Just stop. Like, he's so annoyed with her. And he makes some really good points about it.
Me on the internet. I'm just saying this now to be clear because I don't want her to forget that. I don't want her to forget that I have no intentions of like defending her. I mean, I'll defend her in cases like this where it makes sense. Like, Cam is a loser. Cam is a weirdo. Cam doesn't need to be doing this kind of stuff on the internet. Cam needs to log off and seek help. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Rosie has her own list of problems. And, you know, I think one thing to start with in terms of how you think about how Rosie wants the internet to respond to this, and rightfully so, Rosie wants people to believe her when it comes to what happened with the person she's accusing, right? Like, as she should, and as people should believe her.
Welcome in, all you newbies. Yeah, so Rosie is saying that she wants people to believe her about the incident.
But it's not lost on me that just months ago.
But just because Roz has been allegedly assaulted in the past, it doesn't condone any of her behaviors. It doesn't nullify anything that she's done as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, two things can be true at once. And Zach's about to make a point that we've all been saying.
She was dating this Jeff guy, and people were sharing accusations about him assaulting somebody, and Rosie wrote them off.
I am just saying that all of this stuff happened a long time ago. I wasn't involved in it. This is private people's personal business. So someone wrote a false accusation against him that had never met him, whose daughter.
So I know that we've covered this extensively in some of the first videos I ever did. The accusation wasn't just like a random accusation put on some Reddit somewhere or some Discord private chat message. The accusation was made on Florida county police Facebook page, like the police Facebook page where they put all the mugshots up. So the accusations were made on a police Facebook page. Now, I'm thinking as myself, if I'm going to make some accusations that are not true, that could be defamatory, that could be seen, that could ruin someone's life, would I put it on a police Facebook page? No, I definitely would not. I wouldn't put it out in public, period, but a police Facebook page would not be my first option.
My daughter had never met him because this man was married and was trying to get with someone he was related to. And so this person went online and was spreading lies about multiple people, including people associated with that family member. So if you read the context and some of the responses back in those messages, that accusation is completely unfounded. There's no legal anything. I encourage anyone.
Okay, so here she's saying there's no legal anything. They're unfounded. What else is she saying? Yeah.
With any proof there's actually
proof she wants, and she's asking the audience to give her proof of that had happened. I think there was somebody that covered this. Was it Sam? And explained the situation. I can't remember.
Someone who was harmed. Any proof that anything occurred. Any proof that they actually knew each other. To take that to the authorities and hand.
So she's asking for proof that they were harmed, proof that they knew each other. Funny thing is that Roz says that she contacted this vulnerable adult's dad to talk to them. So if they didn't know each other, why would she know how to contact him?
Through the authorities, if a crime occurred, because I'm very firm in the fact that nothing happened, and it was all fabricated, and this is all something that's being blown out of proportion by people that don't like me because they are desperate to create a Tommy 2.0 situation for Girl World.
And I think that really speaks to who Rosie is that she oftentimes will look at whatever is convenient for her, whatever makes them.
Yes, they both got paid, which is really convenient since. Oh, we'll talk about it after the stream.
Most sense to her. So it doesn't surprise me that despite talking about how victimized she's felt by me and how she's been going on for really, honestly, a couple years at this point about how awful I am and how terrible I am, but really amped it up in recent history because I chose to.
I like what Dorella says here, a pattern of opportunism, selective morality, and boundary setting that only seem to apply to her when it benefits her. Exactly. Yeah, Samantha Jean, Sam Telfer. If I have time, I'll find it and link it. It was a few months ago where she talks about it. It was pretty good and she went over all of Jeff's crimes, and she has the police report. So it was good, well researched.
Respond to some of that criticism she has. She's been going on and on and on and on and on about how Zach is just this awful content creator who characterizes her in a.
Oh my God, I apologize. Stink made a really great comment. Usually Jarella has these deep thoughts, but Stink made a really great comment. Sorry, Stink, I apologize. It was Stink that said that pattern of opportunism, selective morality, boundary setting that seems to only apply when it benefits her. God, I need my glasses. I apologize.
Negative light and how much harm I've done to her and how much stress and grief I've caused her. But now she's out here singing my praises because she's interpreting that video as me, I don't know, doing more than what I think she thinks it's doing. So we're going to try to get caught up because she's been posting in a lot of different forums and avenues and things like that when it comes to talking about what's going on right now. As you know, she's demonetized on YouTube, so she's not making videos and posting content there.
Okay, it was OPE. Is it OAPE? OPE? OPE. We're just saying you're smart and you have good insight and you have good logical thinking. Love it.
She is monetized on Twitch, but has not been going live on there since all of this happened.
No.
She has a Patreon where she's seemingly still in communication with folks, and she's made a few different posts on her community tab and also some posts on her Instagram stories. And it's my goal to go over all of that and read it all with you and get my thoughts on what she has to say with you. And also to share a little bit of how she has opted to try to communicate with me once again. So please just try to be patient. This might be a long-winded video because there's a lot to cover. And because she's all over the place, it might be confusing. So just bear with me. One post that I think a lot of people find really interesting, considering the timing of all of this, is a post that she made about her friend Rain, or her former friend Rain. You might remember that when Rosie initially reached out to me on Instagram, she tried to get me to react to her friend Rain's YouTube channel because they were trying to get out of doing sex work. And
so remember at the very beginning when she was first in Zach's parasocial DMs, and she's like, can you react to my friend Rain? Oh, by the way, this is the episode that I'm in. Like, I don't think it was totally about Rain that she wanted to be reacted to. I think she wanted to be reacted to her. She wanted Zach to react to her, not necessarily Rain, because she's like, oh, this is the episode I'm in.
I thought if they started a YouTube channel where they cooked and stuff like that, that they could get out of doing feeder content on the internet. Rosie and Rain had a big falling out, and a lot of that falling out has to do with another party named Ivy Davenport. Ivy Davenport was the person who was responsible for writing and directing a Matilda.
No, we're not giving you shit. It was a great comment. I love it. I loved it.
Adult content parody that starred Rosie eating chocolate cake. And Rosie has made accusations and allegations towards, I think, both Ivy and Rain in the past for grooming her into doing feeder content. I've also mentioned in the past that Ivy has reached out to me and wanted to discuss those things with me. I haven't.
Again, I don't feel like Roz was groomed into feederism. We've all seen the DMs with Ivy and Rain, and she enjoyed it. She liked the content. It was only after they had fallen out that she's like, remove that. Even that one post we saw the other day that I covered, that where she's like, I hope you enjoy fapping to my content. The best part of that video was me.
But really gone any further outside of like politely emailing her back to tell her I didn't really want to make that kind of content. I do just want to know, I went back and looked at the communication between Ivy and I forgot her email also included some clips from previous Instagram stories that Rosie had done that she shared with me. It's famously where I got the one that was that was like, I've got to reverse my type 2 diabetes. So I have used some of those clips and stuff that she shared with me, but in terms of the topic regarding the Matilda video, I did specifically say that I wasn't interested in doing content about that, and that Rosie didn't seem to want to talk about it anymore either. But the reason I think it's really interesting that Rosie has come out and made this post that I'm about to read is that in addition to Cam talking about the person who Rosie alleges assaulted her, Nikki T noted that the way that she found out who the person that assaulted Rosie was because Nikki was doing research about this particular content with Ivy and Rain. For the record, Nikki T did respond in a lot of comments on my video, but also on her own community tab post, and said, in Zach's video, a clip was shown where I said to Cam, I don't want you using my research in this way, or along those lines in the chat. I want to clarify I was researching about the chocolate cake incident, trying to figure out why it was removed. In this forum, they were speaking about what happened. I stumbled on her engaging in a back and forth with the alleged abuser. I did not seek that out intentionally, just FYI. So Rosie goes on to make this post 3 days ago on her community tab saying, hey friends, I have a statement I'd like to make that's not about the recent events in my live stream, but something from a couple years ago. Newer subscribers may not know any of what I am about to discuss, so if you are confused, I do apologize. But for the sake of growth, healing, and moving on, I think this is an important step. Last night, I reached out to and had a private FaceTime with Rain, also known as Planet with a Palette. In 2023, we had an explosive, dragged-out internet feud that got disgusting in every sense of the word. We spoke for hours.
Okay, so a couple comments here. Oh God, lazy. I bet you just sure shrunk your pants. So I think Andrea had asked, she hadn't seen those DMs. I know Nikki T has them. I was just looking for them. I'll try to find them before the next live. I know that she has it because she's a good archiver. So what do you guys think about her all of a sudden making up with Rain? Oh my God. Isn't this the truth? Strange bedfellows. Do you think she did it out of fear, that she did it in case someone was going to interview Rain or something? Sus as fuck. Yes, I agree, Alice. I don't think Rain, I think Rain was done with this a few years ago, and I don't think she would have made any new content about Rosie. But I love a good boo moo. Yeah, I think Rosie's just full of shit trying to protect herself, and Rain is just wanting to get over Rosie's BS and move on. Exactly. Because Rosie was still talking poorly about Rain, in the Whatever podcast, in the We're All Insane podcast, in the Michelle McDonald. Like, Rosie talks shit about Rain whenever she can. And I think Rain is just done and just did this to, just be done with it. I agree.
Last year, I received an email from Rain that I ignored. I was not ready to speak with them. Recent events had me reflecting on what happened between us and had me see that I am so exhausted by the animosity that hung between us privately and publicly. There was a simple solution.
But there was only one person being public about it. There was only one person being public about it, and that was Roz. Because if you fall out with Roz, or you give her criticism or a negative comment, she will come after you forever and ever.
The only roadblock to that solution was me, and that was to have a conversation. It was a very heartfelt, deep, and long conversation that went through multiple talking points we agreed were not healthy to bring public again. Even on the points that we had very different stances on how they happened, we were able to come to an understanding of the core pain points on both sides. Both sides were able to genuinely apologize for both of our actions that came from and caused immense pain and strife. We hope that with this public statement, our followers can know we have no bad blood. We do not want ill for each other.
Can't see Laundry's comment. Let me look on. Why can't I see Laundry? Oh, no, maybe it's lazy. She was just trying to get ahead to stop Rain from talking to Nikki. I also think that's part of the reason why she's taking a break. Yeah, I think she is exactly blushed. She assumed the reactors were making the rounds, talking to everyone she's spoken poorly about. Okay, good. Rain responded to Veronica. Rain just wants Rosie to stop and to leave it in the past, period. We both just want to be happy, create content on our platforms, and while we may never be friends, we can be at peace. Thank you for your time and consideration. I ask that no one harass Rain on my behalf, that we both let bygones be bygones. I ask that if you go to... Nobody has harassed Rain, ever. She has been unproblematic. She just does her own YouTube videos. She's not a part of Girl World. So thanks, Roz, for letting us know not to harass her, for the fuck's sake.
To their content, you either leave support or say nothing. We have ended the animosity and made amends. We reached our common goal, which was peace. And then there's a photo of Rain and Rosie together.
I love someone left a comment on Rain's post, and it's like, did you get your cane back? I don't know if I saw that.
Rain also made a comment on their platform, but because that's not like the overall like messaging and goal of this video, I'll let you just go seek out their response on your own terms. But they essentially agreed that they have come to peace with Rosie as well. And since I read Nikki T's comment from her community tab post, I also remembered that Rosie actually commented on my video as well. So you're getting real stream of consciousness here as I'm making this video. So I'm gonna read what Rosie posted on my video, the comment that she left. She said, "Zachary, thank you for..."
Yeah, so we talked about this. She just wants to address something. I'll let Zach talk.
This video. To address the end, I want to state two things. One, I acknowledge you edited for brevity, but that last part where I talked about the silence, I stated that I edited it into my statement an hour before I went live. It was impulsive. The rest of my statement...
I don't believe this. I do not believe this, Roz. She said it was impulse. She edited in an hour, but when she posted on Twitter, made sure to hashtag it there. And Roz has been talking about this nonstop. We are talking about it, but we're talking about it differently. Roz doesn't want to let this go. She keeps talking about it. She keeps tagging people. She keeps talking to big reactors. Like, Roz really wants to keep this going.
I ran by a close friend. I had only slept 1 hour, and I just wanted to provide that context to say that in my extremely triggered state, I feel like I made a couple of mistakes in how I handled it. I tried my best to handle the situation.
And I hate this. She said, in my extremely triggered state. So I find, sorry, that beeping is just my Mila Milo ready. I find like when people apologize, you just apologize. You state what you did and you apologize for it. And if you can, you put how it hurt the other person and how you acknowledge that it hurt the other person. Roz, when she apologizes or explains things, she always blames her mental health. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay, I'll continue.
In the best way I knew how. It isn't content, but Cam had already made it as such by threatening that to be content. I tagged Girl World simply because I wanted my response to be seen. I see how it can come across as mixed messages. I wish I had stuck with the original statement. I also wish I had gauged with other people regarding the response in Girl World instead of just running with my limited understanding of what was happening, as frankly, I do have a lot of people blocked. I didn't want what happened to me to be the content. I wanted the players involved to be called out. But ultimately, you handled this with the sensitivity and honesty it deserved. Thank you, Zach. I hope you can hold a little grace for me being contradictory, because ultimately, I was traumatized to hell and back by this and sleep deprived. If that comes off as an excuse, I'm sorry. I simply wanted to explain. I will say that Rosie wasn't the only person to say this as well, but I do understand what she means now. Like, I do understand that she just wanted people to call out Cam's bad behavior.
Okay,
so to that extent, I get what she was saying. I also still think, like,
I wanted to comment on something she said.
But ultimately, you handled this with the sensitivity and honesty it deserved. Thank you, Zach. I hope you can hold a little grace for me being contradictory. Because
and she's asking for a little grace for her. Because I was she says, I hope you can hold a little grace for me being contradictory because I was traumatized to hell and back. So again, her excuse is her mental health being triggered. And it's hard to criticize someone when they say it's because of their mental health, because we all are sensitive to people's mental health, right? So it's hard to say when they do something that is, I don't want to say bad, but when they do something that is questionable or nefarious, and then they say, well, I was triggered, or I had bad mental health, or I was this, then it's hard to really hold them accountable, right? Because sometimes mental health, it's not always, you can have choices with your mental health, but it's not always, what can I say? How can I say this? Like, your mental health affects how you think and act, but it's hard to hold someone accountable when they give all their excuses are all because of mental health.
Because ultimately, I was traumatized to hell and back by this and sleep deprived. If that comes off as an excuse, I'm sorry. I simply wanted to explain. I will say that Rosie wasn't the only person to say this as well, but I do understand what she means now. Like, I do understand that she just wanted people to call out Cam's bad behavior. So to that extent, I get what she was saying. I also still think, like, for all intents and purposes, Rosie needs to stop reading stuff about Girl World. Rosie probably needs to stay away from Girl World content. I don't think it was probably helpful for Rosie to be scanning through what was going on in the Girl World community to see if people were talking about this situation, because like she has pointed out,
Roz was just, sorry guys, can you hear my dishwasher and my stove and everything? I really apologize for the poor quality content of this video, but this is what you get 2 days before Christmas, when I'm about to lose my fucking mind and there's no substances in this house except for my own, except for me. I have to deal with me and all this. Everything is beeping right now and I'm about to lose my shit. Can you guys just give me a minute for a second? Okay, I think I stopped it. You know, when you put something on the oven top and that beeps and then this beeps. I know, Stevie. Well, the last time I streamed, I had a lot of comments about what the fuck is beeping in the back. And it was like, I needed to change all my batteries and my security sensors. They all went out at the same week. And so I've done that. I changed the batteries and my security sensors all by myself. So those beeps will be there. Oh my God, could you imagine? Dank food, I would die. Okay, let's.
In this comment, she's clearly very triggered by what Cam did, and I'm guessing it's probably not helping to be wrapped up in all of this. And that's just like me trying to be helpful and honest about it. But I do understand better where she's coming from in that regard. So anyways, back to post she made on her community tab on her YouTube channel. A day ago or so, she posted, "I'm on a break from content creation for an undetermined amount of time. It will make sense when I come back as to why. I've been keeping my Patreon members and the group chat up to date, but other than that, I've made some posts and comments here and there, but I need to step away."
Okay, so she hasn't, this is all what she's told her Patreon members. She just says, "I'm taking a break. I'll tell you why in 2026. She hasn't said why she's taking a break. So this line that's saying that I'm keeping my Patreon members in the group chat up to date, but that's kind of like a little bit of a nudge, like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, join my Patreon to see the tea. But her Patreon has nothing. It just says I'm taking a break. That's all it
away
says.
From creating content for a bit. I hope I'm back sooner rather than later. To everyone who expressed kindness, support, understanding, and more, I thank you more than you know. If you're confused at all about the situation, I recommend looking up and watching Zachary Michael's latest video titled The Weirdo That Won't Leave Rosie Alone. Obviously.
So this is probably what, the fourth time she's tagged Zach, talked about Zach, said everybody should watch this video. And the video is not what she thinks. She misconstrued the whole idea of the video.
I don't agree with how he characterizes me, but this topic in the video is far bigger and more important than the animosity felt from prior experiences with each other. I've already thanked him in my comment I left, but at this time I'm needing to handle myself and some things going on in my life. This whole thing sucks. I can't wait to be able to move on for good." And my sincere apologies. I kind of forgot how verbose Rosie is when she's talking in text. I'm also kind of worried that I might have been out of focus for this whole video because I just looked in the viewfinder and it looked a little blurry to me. So I'm really struggling today. My apologies. So again, I am
Zach, I get you. I get you. I am struggling today as well, making this. Oh, it's okay. This is why you guys love me, because it's true, honest, and endearing, right? Right? That's why.
Fascinated that she's sitting here saying that, like, she doesn't agree with how I've characterized her, that all of these things, like, now she's okay with my stance on stuff, which I do guess to some extent is maybe fair, but it's really frustrating to me because a lot of the stuff I've had to say in videos, I think especially from the beginning, has been really fair and has been backed by receipts, and she's claimed that she's refused to watch those videos. But now that I'm like making a video that's seemingly in support of her, she's happy to come and get help from me and my talking points.
I love this point. She has not watched any of the videos where he's talking about her or in response to things that she has said about him. Isn't that interesting? But funny when Zach makes a remotely, even like one comment agreeing with Roz, she's like all up his ass and in his DMs.
It would be lovely to see her maybe now consider that, like, I'm not talking from a completely insane point of view, and that maybe she should walk back some of the stuff that she's chosen to say about me in the past. I don't have a lot of sympathy or empathy towards her as a person because she said a lot of like really nasty, untrue things about me. She has perpetuated lies about me not taking care of Poe, and she's participated in forums on the internet where people were discussing things about my ex, who quite frankly doesn't want to be on the internet like that. And also potentially diving into people that like my ex might be dating, who certainly never asked to be a part of this part of the internet. So I don't need Rosie's praise. I know what I had to say in my video about Cam was valid. I didn't do this for Rosie's praise. It has very little to do with her. And I just want to keep reiterating that because it's really just me and my frustrations about how people on this corner of the internet don't know how to fucking act. And then about an hour ago from me filming this, she posted another community tab post. And mind you, again, there's other things in other parts of the internet that she's been posting. So I'm literally just covering the community tab posts. And some of the other things that I'm going to talk about have already happened. Okay, but this is an hour ago and she said, "Hi friends, I have some updates. I'm taking an extended break from all live content. To be blunt, I need some serious boundaries right now in regard to the content I make online. Fucking man. I will be making multiple updates, statements, sharing reflections, and more when it comes to when I go live next. This is likely not to happen until 2026. In the meantime, I currently have a Patreon exclusive grocery haul that just went live. Oh my God. I can't believe I got to go over and sign up for that Patreon so I can watch her grocery haul. Oh God, Jesus. Anyways, make sure to sub to my Patreon for pre-recorded content and to access the most up-to-date Quirky Love Rosie updates for content and such in our Patreon group chat.
Here she is again. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Oh, okay, that's my door now. Join my Patreon, join my Patreon, join my Patreon.
All pre-recorded content is going to be more in regards to cooking, possibly makeup, art topics. I promised a crystals video. Why? Who knows? Maybe experimenting with new formats. It's really going to depend on a lot of factors, including my current health issues from the fault of my own PTSD. I'm juggling a lot behind the scenes. I will be making a...
I know his nails they look like those old jelly shoes from like the 80s, and I love it. I love that nail polish. It's great.
Christmas cooking vlog. This will go live on the Patreon, then 24 hours later, be available on YouTube for everyone to see. I will be making pre-recorded content for Patreon. I may let a couple come on YouTube in a similar fashion. I will have so much to share about my life when I'm fully back. Twitch will be on temporary pause until I'm streaming again. We might play with pre-recorded Twitch videos. Not sure how that works. I don't think that's a thing, but anyways, regardless.
So her Twitch is on pause, even though people have paid. And does Twitch come out like Patreon comes out the 1st? Even if you signed up like the 28th, you have to repay the 1st. Is that the same with Twitch, or is it like YouTube, like the day that you signed up is the day you pay?
All makes sense in due time. I need harder boundaries with the internet for the time being. I have healing to do. And she included this lovely selfie. So like I said, that's...
Oh my God, that's the same one that she posted in Patreon.
Everything that's happened on YouTube with Rosie. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about what she's been up to in her Patreon. Specifically, I just have one post that I think at this point has been shared in multiple different places on the internet. I first saw it in a Charlie Gold live stream, but I'm sure it's been posted elsewhere. And she's been communicating in that Patreon that she's taking a break from making some content, which I do agree is interesting because, you know, it was just a moment ago that she was stressed the fuck out.
So I heard, like, if for Patreon, if you stop making content, you could just pause memberships so that people don't pay. And same with like YouTube memberships, you can just pause it. And I'm assuming Twitch is the same. But remember when Roz took like a 2-month break, like in the beginning of 2025, she didn't pause the memberships. She just assumed that people would still pay to support her. And I believe that that's her
saying
feeling.
Like she didn't know what she was going to do, what her family was going to do without her YouTube income. So I get the point of taking a break from the internet. Like I've taken a break from the internet. I think it can be healthy. I also do understand why people who have been trying to support her, because she's been going on and on and on about, you know, like not being able to afford to like continue on and do stuff without her YouTube income. I could understand why those people who...
Okay, I'll just mention it now since he's talking about how she can't afford her brother's dinner and stuff. So it was interesting that Rosie did get paid today. And I was looking at, I think it was a Nikki T post. Like, again, she's got some great archiving. So Nikki T says, so Rosie got her November paycheck. If Foodie's account said payment headed your way, expect a payment 21 to 26 and the dollar amount. So did Rosie's. She knew she was receiving this payment. And then in the comment section, someone said, this is disgusting, seeing how she begged for money for her brother's birthday dinner, Christmas dinner, and multiple items on her Amazon wish list. She's a huge grifter. Her members and supporters need to know that she got paid. I'm just going to share this link here. I'm trying. Yeah. And then she does a grocery haul. Out of all things, she does a grocery haul. Oh my God, Kristen. Okay. I never said when. Yeah, probably 2027. Yeah, I think she got the email that she knew that she was getting paid. Like if Rosie did, or I mean, if Foodie did, I'm sure that I don't know how far in advance, but I think Rosie knew that she was getting paid. Okay, we'll go back.
You know, went out of their way to support her because of that, might be a little frustrated. So she made a comment, a post. I don't know how this Patreon feature works, but she made a post sharing a screenshot of someone saying to her that no one is paying for her breaks because she's talking about being on break until further notice. And this person is presumably paying at least $5 a month to be a part of this Patreon group. And her response to this person saying this is, my break is intended to an undetermined amount of time at the moment until I have more information. There is a very serious reason for this I am unable to discuss until I come back online. If you feel similarly to this person, I understand if you need to leave my Patreon. The content will be made up for, but if you can't have compassion or understanding due to the circumstances that have caused this break and feel the need to speak to me in this manner, frankly, I'd prefer if you left. This user is going to be banned from my Patreon for that reason. I'm not forcing anyone to spend $5 to be here. I hope if you are here, you believe me enough to know I will make up for the content when I can. So I think some of this is interesting. Like, certainly Rosie's allowed to take breaks, and I think she certainly could be like, hey, I totally understand if you don't want to spend $5 a month on me while I'm on this break. I think that's totally a reasonable thing for her to say. The rest of it feels a little out of pocket, and it's probably clear why she has now made this post today on her YouTube channel about needing to set up some boundaries, because I feel like that's a really irrational way to respond to somebody who's simply like, hey, I didn't sign up to do this, to like not get any content from you. Like, it kind of, I mean, that's like such a basic statement. They could have gone on to say, like, this feels like a grift. It feels like a little bit of a bait and switch, that just a week or two ago, you're talking about how badly you need money. And now, like, we're not even going to get the content that you promised us. Like, I think there's all kinds of things that could be said. And it does seem like she is going to still try to provide some kind of content for the people on Patreon. But sitting here being like, I'm going to block you, I don't need your $5, when just like, again, a couple weeks ago, she was distraught about how she was going to make ends meet. It does seem a little rash on her end. And I think one thing that she and Chantal don't realize about other platforms is that, like, banning people who are paying to be there isn't going to help you. You know, like, it really, you're not going to get that money back. You know, like, you need to be fostering the relationships you have with the people who are willing to spend that money on you, because you're not going to get the AdSense. You know, when you look at Twitch and Patreon, those are both platforms where it's heavily required for people to want to choose to invest in you in order for you to make money on those platforms. And I can maybe speak to more about Twitch and stuff like that in a different video at some other point, because trust, I have seen that Chantal is just blocking people who subscribe to her, which then doesn't allow them to participate in chat or even see the chat. So, like, why would they want to watch her? And on Twitch, you make next to nothing on like ads, even though she's running a shit ton of ads. You make very little in comparison to what you make from ads on YouTube. So very foolish behavior from these.
I'm not sure if Levi likes ham. I thought he liked those ham steaks. So maybe, I'm not sure. Because I thought last Christmas she made him like those thick ham steaks, not a whole fucking 25-pound ham, but like just the little ham steaks. Which, okay, guys, it's a great idea if you're a family, smaller family, and they're usually really thick cut pieces of ham, and they're budget friendly. Okay, do that instead of buying a 25-pound ham, because you're not going to eat that whole fucking ham. I can tell you that.
These girlies that are like sitting out here saying, like, I absolutely need this money, I don't know what I'm going to do without it, but I digress. Maybe not the full point of today's video, but is crazy from Rosie in her Patreon doing all of that business. Now, she's also posted some Instagram stories bringing attention to my video about Cam, so I'll share those.
I've definitely talked my shit about, like,
she's so performative. She's so performative. Not looking at the camera, looking up, low BMI voice. It's very slow. It's monotone. I know people think that she's high or something, but I think this is her performance. This is her performance to be like for sympathy and ass pats. This is how she talks when she wants to have sympathy, because when a normal person talks like this, you're like, oh my God, what the hell is wrong? Are you okay? Like, is everything okay? Rosie knows how to do this. Rosie is an actress. She's a main character syndrome, and this is her performing.
Zachary Michael, but before I even come back, I want to state, like, his most recent video I really think everyone should watch. I never thought I'd say those words again, but Zachary Michael made a video that I think very eloquently and very clearly showcased the situation.
Yeah, I think that, and I think people say that she seems benzoed out because but I think this is a performance. I think she's acting like this on purpose. She's talking like this on purpose to get sympathy, for people to say, God, girl, you're going through it. What's going on? Tell me, are you okay? Are you okay?
That was trauma informed and victim minded. And as much as I have my problems with Zach and they have their problems with me, I respect the hell out of what they've done to make that video, and I thank him for that.
And now she's flipping this video. This is what bugs me. She's flipping this video as if this video is this big. Rosie is a victim. Rosie is a martyr. We need to all support Rosie. And where the video was about Cam and touching the poo, and let's not go in real life, and let's not send emails, and let's not trigger people. Okay? That's pretty much what the video was. But she is flipping this around. Like, I did not get... I watched the video with you guys. We all watched the video. I probably saw it 4 or 5 times. I did not get the same context out of it that Rosie's getting out of it. Sorry. Did I sound heated?
Already did in a comment. And this doesn't really change my opinions, and I know it won't change his about me. But if you are confused by any of this, I will link his video at the end of these Instagram stories so you can go watch and get an understanding of what the fuck happened to me this week.
And I think Roz's videos about what happened to her, like her making the statement and her talking about when it happened, I think that gives more context to exactly what happened than like Zachary Michael was more about the community and touching the poo and stuff like that. But like we could just watch Roz's videos, but I don't know what she's doing here. I really don't know the motive behind this. I don't know what she sees that we don't see, or how she's construing this in her head as victim Roz.
People, it's just not fucking okay. And for people whose literal job is to call me out, to stick up for what's right, I will forever be grateful for that, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
I know Zach is blocked on my Instagram, so I don't know if someone will forward these stories to him or not. But
no one's gonna fucking forward your stories to him. Like, come on. She's trying to get into Zachary Michael's DMs and up his ass. You know what I mean? Like, not figuratively, like, or literally. Like, she's just trying to get back into good favor with the reactors.
I have no intention of like watching his future content. I have not.
And it's backfiring. It's backfiring huge.
Engaged with his content since I said, like, you know, I cut that. That was, God, what's it, months and months. I have not watched a single thing.
Exactly.
And basically, I think since he like started covering me, like really covering me, and
exactly what Cam did wasn't cool. It was vile. It didn't need to be done. But Rosie is milking this for every drop of sympathy that she can possibly get.
I don't agree with obviously how he characterizes me, but I can't express, and I will tell more detail in the future, just how much his video has helped me. And I know that it wasn't necessarily for me, but more for the topic at large. And like I said, like, I know moving forward.
All what I got was that Zachary Michael said that, you know, Rosie does not need to name her abuser. Was pretty much it, which is like what everyone says. Like, I don't like, this is so weird. It's so weird. It's so bizarre.
Doesn't change how he's going to discuss my content in the future and all of that. I don't expect that. I'm not insane. But I would be an ass and a hypocrite to not acknowledge how.
Okay, you'd be an ass and a hypocrite if, I don't know what you're going to say, but you're an ass and a hypocrite because you have not apologized to Zachary Michael for the shit things that you said about him, about his dog, about his doggy parenting, about his ex, all those lies and manipulation and things that you said. So you are an ass and a hypocrite because I have yet to hear an apology from your app.
Impactful his video was. So this is going to be the last slide. I'm going to link it here. I highly recommend watching it because there's a lot to be said there. And there's a couple small notes he said about me at the beginning that I obviously don't agree with, but everything else needed to be said. And
then maybe what you're most interested about is
small notes at the beginning I don't agree with. What Rosie? What Roz? What don't you agree with? A criticism? probably.
Finding out that Sunday morning, I woke up, I pulled up my phone to see what time it was, saw that I had a notification from Quirky Love Rosie, who's unblocked me on Instagram to really just show that she is Amberlynn Reed Jr. Like, very much an Amberlynn Reed move to unblock me because she wants to get something out of me and from me. I just want to be clear, I haven't responded to Rosie. In fact, I'm really considering just giving her a block back. But for the purposes of right now and like taking some time to really consider what I wanted to do with this information, I haven't opted to respond at all. And I also haven't opted to like block her back or anything. I really wanted to take some time to sit with this and see how I felt about it. I've talked to a few people in my life about their thoughts about how to respond to it. And she's really not going to get a response, at least via DM from me, because I don't think you get to go on the internet and say a bunch of shit that's not factual about me and spend times in forums trying to talk shit about me. And then ask me for help and ask me to do something.
And it wasn't just like a one-time shit talking. It was months and months and months.
For you after you do all of that stuff. Like, I think that that's really shitty. And Rosie, being a longtime fan of me, should know or not be surprised by what I'm about to do. But just in full transparency, I'm gonna let you all know what she said to me, because I'm not playing this game with these girls who want to try to have conversations with me in private and then expect me not to say anything about it. And she, above everybody else, she should, one, know that that's how I've responded to Amberlynn in recent years, but she should also know that because
Zach responded to Rosie this way with her DMs or parasocial DMs. He responds to Amberlynn. Like, Rosie should know that Zach is very transparent with what he gets in DMs. And usually, like, I'm pretty good about DMs. Like, with my friends, I will never say anything. But, if somebody random contacted me, it would be a conversation. Like, if it's a conversation that says, please don't ever say this publicly, then it's in the vault. But honestly, if you don't, I'm not talking about friends, but so if you want to DM me something, please say, don't talk about this publicly. And then I'll know. Then I'll know that I'll never talk about it publicly and I won't cross any boundaries.
I totally put all the things she ever DM'd me on blast in a video, and she claims she hasn't watched it, so maybe that's why she's acting brand new. But I'm here to tell you, I'm not going to sit here and play this game with you, Rosie. So on Sunday at 1:30 a.m. in the morning, my time, so what?
I'm so glad that he called it a game, because this is exactly what it is. So Rosie says, I swore to myself I would never contact you again, but I found myself in a position where I have to, she used the wrong two. I have to help me protect myself and stand up for myself. Is there any way I can get access to the recording of Cam's live stream? I have no other leads or ways I can think of. Well, let me just screenshot this for future archiving. Until we address this legally. I have no other leads or way I can think of. Has she checked like the farms? I don't know. I will not be making content again until I've addressed this legally. Roz, that can take like 6 months, a year. I don't know if you can email me the file or possibly transfer it in some way. If I had literally any other way of getting it besides DMing you, I promise you I'd do it. I've been digging around and asking around and I can't find it. I'm sorry to bother you.
2:30 a.m. for her. She messaged me and said, I swore to myself I would never contact you again, but I found myself in a position where I have to help me protect myself and stand up for myself. Is there any way I can get access to the recording of Cam's live stream? I have no other leads or way I can think of. I will not be making content again until I've addressed this legally. I don't know if you can me the file or possibly transfer it in some way. If I had literally any other way of getting it besides DMing you, I promise I'd do it. I've been digging around and asking around and I can't find it. I'm sorry to bother you. If Rosie wants to pursue legal action with Cam.
So I just want a couple of comments that are, in my opinion, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer assistant or anything. But I know a lawyer or judge would say that Rosie did not need to comment on that email live. She did not need to make videos about it. She did not need to tell publicly what was in that email. She did not need to tag all of Girl World. She did not need to tag like everybody and their dog. That's what I feel a lawyer would say to me is like, yes, the email was sent, but your reaction to the email doesn't leave you with clean hands. And I don't know what law was sent because if Roz had not said that email out loud, nobody would have known that person's name or to look for that person's name or have any defamatory comments towards that person. Roz has only talked defamatory about that person in other podcasts, in other, interviews. She's talked about him a lot. And so I don't think Roz has going into this with clean hands. And when you're kind of doing the law thing, you need to have clean hands. But if Roz hadn't mentioned it, nobody would have known that this email even existed.
I think that's her prerogative. And if they, for some reason, need the full recording.
And I'm not even sure if she can get a protective order against him because, one, he's not in her state. And there hasn't been any threats of physical harm. The email threatened that they were going to interview someone from her past. That's not an immediate threat of harm. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, in a criminal case, the prosecutor would do the work. But I don't even think that there's anything to prosecute here. Yeah, that's all he said. That's all they said, Blush. And she has claimed this abuse. Yeah, you can petition it. Like she can petition a cease and desist. Doesn't mean that he has to abide by it. Or she can petition an EPO. But even PG said that when she petitioned an EPO, the lawyer said it won't go anywhere. Is it still classed as cyber stalking? Is it? I'd have to look into that. Because all what they said was, like, I'm interviewing someone in your past. They didn't say the R word. They just mentioned the person's name, I believe. So I don't think that there is anything legal going on yet, unless there's more stuff behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Of what happened in that live stream, that they could, I don't know what the legal process is, subpoena it from me or whatever they might need to do in that situation. But
I love Zachary Michael here. He's like, get a damn warrant. I'm not doing anything unless you get a damn warrant.
Of what happened in that live stream, that they could, I don't know what the legal process is, subpoena it from me or whatever they might need to do in that situation. But Rosie, I will not be talking to you directly. And I just want to make that very clear. There's too much bullshit. There's too much bullshit that you've had to say about me on the internet that you've taken no accountability for. And you sitting over here wanting me to help you out now, after all of that is crazy. It's crazy to me. No, you can use the clips that are in my video if you want to. And otherwise, you can take whatever legal action you need, talk to your lawyer.
But getting someone's address is not cyber stalking. Just the act of getting someone's address is not cyber stalking. Especially if it's public info, public information. Do you know what I mean? Would sending alcohol be considered cyber stalking? I don't know. If I was a prosecutor, no. But I'm not a prosecutor, so I don't know. Yeah.
Lawyer, talk to the courts. They can access it through me that way. If it will help your case, I'll gladly hand it over to a lawyer. I'll gladly handle it that way. But I'm not doing this Instagram DM bullshit with you. It's just not happening. You really tried it. You really fucking tried it. And I'm just not doing it, Rosie. I'm really not. I'm really, really not. I care too much about the ways that you have tried to hurt me on the internet. And I don't want to stand in the way of you getting justice with Cam or whatever that might look like, but you can do it through legal.
Everything that we found out about Roz or her boyfriend is all public stuff. There was no hacking. There was no super secret web pages that you have to be a spy in the CIA to use. It was all stuff found publicly, found on YouTube, found on Facebook, found in news reports. So I don't know what Roz is doing here, to be honest. Okay, I forgot to press play.
avenues, and I will gladly cooperate with a lawyer or any kind of legal representation you have or any kind of court order or things like that. But what I won't be doing is talking to you directly. Okay? All right. Is that understood? Are we clear? Okay, great. Thank you. The audacity Rosie has to come on Al Gore's internet and do what she does is crazy to me. From begging people for money, just
like she could you know, charge him like a civil case with what's it called, emotional not emotional abuse, but for causing her emotional harm. Do I think that she would win? No, I don't. Because if I was the other lawyer, I'd say you didn't need to bring this publicly at all.
Weeks ago, to sitting here telling people she's not making any more content, to banning people who are paying her, to sitting here and asking me to help her. I want to go back to the post she made where she said that she doesn't agree with how I characterize her. Rosie, I don't characterize you any way that you don't demonstrate for yourself here.
It could be like intimidation or stuff, but I think there has to be like legal statutes to like check the boxes. And I have not looked into that, but it could be.
On the internet every single day. I've continuously provided receipts of the ways that you have talked about me, the ways that you have sent crazy messages to me in my DMs over time. There's no characterizing happening here. I'm not making up who Rosie.
We do not know, but we know that Foodie got an email. And so I'm assuming, you know, YouTube sent an email to everybody and that Roz got an email.
Lynn Reed is. I'm showing people who you are. You do this on the internet yourself. You're showing yourself on the internet in this way. So that's all I got to say about this. But I did want to cover this before I left to go visit family and stuff for the holidays because Rosie really got me fucked up. Rosie's really got me fucked up. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video.
Like, I love him. I love him when he says stuff like that. And his Twitch streams are so like endearing. I don't know. I just find it endearing. I just find it like they're more personable than his YouTube videos. And you can watch them and not subscribe. Like he doesn't hold them behind it like a paywall type of thing. So I just.
But if you did and you're brand new, consider subscribing down below.
Okay. So there was one other thing I wanted to watch. Yes. Hydrate. Get your water, whatever you need. Okay, where is it? I just want to share this little part. Oh, it's on stage. God, I'm bad at this.
I was like, I don't acknowledge Zach's existence. Yes, you do, Diva. Yes, you do. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. That's what Judge Judy always says.
Okay.
Oh, also this. Y'all saw earlier in this video when I got real hyped that she got up out of her chair. She doesn't get up out of her chair for just anything. So I feel real special. She said, I'm going to get out of my chair because I'm so tickled that Zach followed me on the Twitch.
Me too, Stink.
And look.
Oh, shit.
A loser.
That's so funny.
So here she laughs, a fake laugh, of course. A very performative laugh. And she calls him a loser.
Oh, man.
What a loser! What a loser! I do think it's rich to call me a loser. When like homegirl is not demonetized, she is demonetized on the YouTube. I'm just sitting over here chilling, Diva. My bills are paid. I pay my bills, you know? Whatever Amy Slayton said.
What a time to be alive, I swear. I think I'm gonna keep this little owl in my kitchen. He's so cute. Look at him. Yeah, clearly, Cameron, clearly.
Oh yeah, that's the part. This Cameron person in the chat said clearly he wants to be your friend. No. 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 I think I made it clear the opposite, actually. I don't want to be her friend.
Clearly they do. Okay. 2025 I'm gonna be bang early though. That part. So my Twitch is it's pretty much Rose and it's linked on my link tree. What's no, Rosie, don't get messy, shut up.
Oh, Rosie, don't get messy. Don't get messy. Spoiler alert, she does. Don't get messy.
Messy chat should be behind the paywall. They still leak that shit. God, that's just so embarrassing. And the fact that they don't see that.
It's coming up. Just a sec. I didn't get my timestamp right on, but he does a really good comeback. I love it.
Is being embarrassing? That's embarrassing.
What's more embarrassing? Me covering your content and following you on Twitch,
Hi, Candy.
or you getting demonetized and having to e-beg for people to sign up for your Patreon, for people to buy cameos from you, to beg people to get tarot card readings from you, to beg people to get you stuff off of your wish list, to beg people to just send you money to your Cash App. What's more embarrassing? I don't know. Maybe it is more embarrassing that I cover Rosie on my YouTube channel. Maybe it is more embarrassing that I followed you on Twitch. I don't know. I'm unclear. Maybe y'all can let me know in the comments. Which do you think is more embarrassing?
God, I love that. I just love it. I just thought it was funny. And especially if she knew that she was getting a check and then decided to like e-beg for Levi's birthday dinner and her hard drive and Christmas dinner. And remember, she did like a Sam's Club or a big grocery haul like 3 weeks ago in preparation for the birthday dinner and Christmas. And now she's not giving us any now she's not giving us any Christmas content. Interesting. Do you guys want to watch the grocery haul? I think that she says legally. It doesn't even make sense that she says that legally, that she's staying offline and she needs that thing, because it doesn't make sense. Even if she was coming after Cam, she just doesn't have to talk about him. Like, she just doesn't need to talk about the situation. She can cook her 18-course meal for 6 people and talk about, I don't know, freeing the nips, whatever she talks about. But she just does not have to talk about him. So this being offline, unless it's just because of her mental health, I think it's a performative show. I think she's trying to be manipulative and performative and say, oh, look at me, I had to be offline for 4 weeks and couldn't make any money because of this. Okay, yes. Okay, so let's do this. This is from, I'll share it.
Welcome to me. I really miss you guys. I think what's probably going to end up happening is I'm going to post on the Patreon. And I haven't decided if I'm going to post this on the Patreon and then eventually re-upload to YouTube, or if I'm going to just...
So this is from Stepmom420, who re-uploads a lot of Rosie's Twitch streams and Rosie's Patreon stuff. So if you want to watch the tea before anybody covers it, follow this channel.
Let's keep it to Patreon.
And again, here she's got the low BMI voice. She's got the sweet, I'm sweet and I'm genuine and I'm vulnerable voice. Performative. That's all I can say. The P word.
Have so much I would like to talk about, and I simply can't. Based on the events that have happened today, it looks like my social media break is going to go on for a little while. But I do have Patreons here, and with what I'm going through in my life.
Yeah, she says she's not going to make any content until any legal action, but legal action takes weeks, months, years. I don't think she's zooted. I really don't. I feel like in order for her to get zooted, she needs a hell of a lot of like benzos, like a lot. I think that this is just manipulation, performative, low BMI voice. Ugh.
Right now, lives are not a good idea. So I am not going to do that. However, there is one update that I do want to share.
Or she could be, I think she got some edibles. I do think that.
With you guys, just because of a timely manner. Plus, obviously, I'm filming a grocery haul.
Yeah.
And I want to share that with you guys. But something very unexpected happened today. I had some big plans I was dealing with today. And when I was getting ready, I checked my email, and I did receive an email from YouTube, Google AdSense.
Oh, she just got the email the day she got paid. Does it work that way? I thought you get an email in advance. Like, is anybody with a channel can leave a comment how early you got this thing? Foodie got the email earlier, not the day of it putting it into her account.
And I did get paid. So the timing of that with what I'm going through right now is the biggest blessing of my life. I was able to like pay off my laptop. I was able to pay off any like little remainder of anything I potentially owed anywhere else. I was able to do a couple things for myself and move money around so that way I have money for next month's bills and maybe even hopefully.
It's interesting that she mentioned that she paid off the computer because everyone was making fun of her of it being what's it called, like Klarna, like Afterpay, like what's it called when you like she had it on credit. So it's interesting that she mentioned that
a little bit for the month after. I don't know, but I am going to just continue to be frugal.
Oh look,
I did let myself get a couple things for myself. I'll share with you at some point. But I was shocked. I did not expect this. Y'all know how much I was talking about how like there was no way because of the way everything looked on our end. They did not at any point communicate with me that I was still getting paid. I had no clue because I've been so stressed and grinding so hard, as you guys know. But I did receive an email being like, Foodie said she got paid, like what's going on? And so I don't want to deal with social media right now. I don't know what my
she doesn't want to deal with social media, but she is completely on it everywhere. Okay, so I looked at Social Blade, which I know isn't like the place to look. And it's interesting, like it says the last 30 days is $0, right? Because she was demonetized. But then it shows like the last 14 days, she may have earned $105. Like, is she remonetized? I don't know. I don't know how to read it. But it was interesting.
Future is going to look like exactly on the internet. And I just am taking this day by day. And some of the comments that I've been getting about how I'm being lazy and all I do is, what was it, walrus in my kitchen?
Walrus. Sorry, I mean, you can hear how wheezy her lungs are.
You know, I'm just blocking people as they come, but I'm just having to take it because I'm not going to let these people continue to abuse.
Okay, so I think I figured it out. This is just my opinion. So I think this happened, and then she wanted to be seen by the whole community as a victim, and she wanted to be, oh, I want another gummy. She wanted to be seen as like not like the other girls, and she wanted to be now changed to be seen in a good light. She thought that this email and her talking about it would convince everyone to be on her side and not have any criticisms or comments for her. When it didn't happen, when people were saying, Rosie, like you still are very problematic, you're still manipulative, you still do all these horrible, awful things, she decided to go off the internet. She thought, now if I take a break, maybe people will take me seriously. People would really say, God, she didn't post for 4 weeks. Now, oh, maybe we should believe her and think of her as a victim. I think this is all a game she's playing to try to get people into her favor. I think that's what she's doing. And then now she wants to say, my mental health, my mental health. So now no one can criticize her about anything. Even the person in that Patreon who said, you know, you're not giving us any content, but we're paying money. what's going on. It wasn't even a mean comment. And then now she's villainizing that person. I can't believe you said that to me. I am really struggling. So she doesn't, I don't think she wants to make content. She just wants to be given money. She doesn't want to work for it. And so now she's turning any negative comment into my mentals, my mentals, my mentals. If you know what I mean. I'm eating. Okay, I'm making Grinch cookies. Fuck, sometime tonight. And then I got those finished little red berries, but these are like the real ones from Sweden, and they're really good. And then I'm going to make little hearts out of them somehow, cut them up, and so that they have little Grinch hearts. Or I'll probably just get lazy and just stick the whole fucking berry on the green cookie. There you go. I'm just being honest.
Abuse me the way that I've been abused recently on the internet. I'm not doing it. So I'm just trying to take care of myself, and trying to combat the onset depression that's been kicking in, which ultimately is honestly not even a reason I wouldn't be making content. There's other stuff going on, but I need more time, and I think I'm gonna need more time than I initially realized. So I wasn't even sure if I was gonna film this grocery haul, but I don't want to cancel or disrupt my Patreon because I just made it. So at this time, I'm just gonna at least once a week make a pre-recorded piece of content, checking with you guys. I am not doing any kind of Christmas live. I'm very sorry to disappoint you. I can't, and it'll make sense in due time. But I may film some type of Christmas content, and we'll see. But to be honest with you, I am very much struggling with like depression stuff. So this grocery haul kind of reflects that, because I have very low energy, and I have a lot that I'm going to try to work on, in this time that I'm not live streaming and things like that. I do have different goals I'm going to be trying to work on, so I'm not just doing nothing all day. But with my depression stuff, like one of the last things I want to do right now is cook at all. So also our freezer's pretty bare, and I had the opportunity to buy some stuff to put in the freezer, not just for me, but for my brother as well. So this.
I find it interesting that this email that mentioned something about talking to someone in her past, even though she's talked about the incident and she's talked about the person at least 15, 20 times at least. And it happened 6 years ago. And I know, healing is a journey, but she has talked about this incident and the person many times. And she's talked about it very aggressively, not aggressively, like she didn't, like on the We're All Insane podcast, when she talked about it, she wasn't breaking down in tears. She was talking about it and she was talking, like she was calling him an asshole and rape apologists, his friends and stuff like this. Like she was very confident in her talking. Like she was very strong in her talking, I think. But then this one email about someone saying, I'm going to interview him, has spiraled her into a huge depression. I get it that some things can cause you to be depressed that, you don't expect. But I don't trust Rosie. I know she's a pathological liar. It's just things aren't making a logical, linear, route. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like she's talked about it so many times, but then one email has caused her to spiral. I don't know. It just seems odd to me. It may be true. I should give her the doubt, or what is it? Whatever that phrase is. But I don't know. It's just something seems off. I know her lips are so purple.
Grocery haul is a mix of me and him. Originally, he sent me some of the money, and then when I got paid, I had time to add more stuff. So I added not a ton more stuff because I didn't want to go crazy. Obviously, I'm not planning to get a check like this again since I've been demonetized, but I was able to do that for myself. And I am still forever so grateful for all the love and support that I've received when all this was happening and I thought that this money wasn't coming. I was able to have my main bills already paid before this check hit. So I was able to make sure that basically I don't have any looming payments left now because I was paid like for the laptop and stuff. And I was able to throw some money into savings and do some other stuff that needed to be done with the money. So I don't even have the words to express how grateful I am.
Wait, she said she has money in savings, but she was just grifting because she had absolutely no money to bake Levi like a $30 lasagna and like, I don't know, a $40 cheesecake, but now she's saying she had money in savings. I'd feel something if I donated to her.
But enough with the yapping. Let's get unpacking. So to start, I think they only gave me one of these. I ordered 2. I checked my order, and they said that one of these was not able to be fulfilled.
The thing with Roz is that she doesn't want to be seen as a local. She doesn't want to be seen as negative. She thinks that everything she does is amazing, great, really, what's it called when people look up to it? Inspiring, courageous. She's stunning and brave. She does not want to believe that she's actually a local. She said it many times that she's not one.
And that was the only thing. I got 4 caffeine-free Diet Cokes. I've missed Diet Coke so much. I'm so excited. And I got this because I'm going to celebrate with this. And you guys will be there when I do that. That's, again, all I'm going to say.
Could you imagine being on a fucking budget and buying 4 Diet Cokes? I'm eating a gummy again. I'm sorry. Exactly. I have been on budgets many times. I've had less than $4 in my bank account, and I had to like go to the dollar store to get groceries, not with $4, but like under $10 to get a week's worth of meals or meal supplements for under $10. The one thing that I do not put on my shopping cart when I am having financial difficulties is pop. It's like the last thing. Pop is a treat in this house. Fun drinks are a treat in this house, and liquor is not in this house at all because that is not on the budget at all. Yeah, she loves the soda. And I wouldn't buy 4. Like if you really, really needed to have it, just buy 1. Like she has no idea what being on budget is. Sorry, got me heated.
Say on that. I got this big ass bag of tater tots because my brother's been talking about wanting tater tots, and I was thinking it might be fun at some point, if I don't know, to make like a tater tot casserole. I thought that'd be kind of cool. And then I got 2 bags of these famous chicken bites for the freezer. Again, this is like I might have some. I'm gonna have probably some of these, but these are one of my brother's favorite things. It's like
exactly. If I knew that this was my last paycheck, my shopping haul would be staples. I'd get like 20 pounds of flour, like butter, beans, rice, pasta, anything that's on sale. Load up, freeze what I can, put other stuff in. Find like cheap meats, and like we've had weeks here, like you can get 4 packs of 1 or 1 pound. I think it's ground turkey or ground beef, not ground beef, ground turkey or ground chicken. It looks like paste. It does cook up really well. You just add your seasonings. You got whatever you got. You got a pasta sauce. You got a taco sauce. I can make pita pockets with it. And you get 4 pounds for $10. And we make that 4 pounds last for 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not stocking up on crap food. I'm making the snacks. Like I'm making the cookies. And at one point, a couple months ago, we didn't even have chocolate chips in this house. Like these boys had chocolate chipless cookies for a couple of weeks, which is fine. They don't care. But I'm not buying frivolous shit.
Got those as well. And then I got a lot of freezer stuff, and like I'm gonna be fair with myself here. I made a lot of decisions based purely on emotions today, and that's the reality of this virtual haul. I got 3 bags of frozen green beans because I hope to still cook for Christmas. I don't know what that's gonna look like this year. And then I got 2 bags of sealable edamame for the freezer as well. And then my brother, I got him a bag of waffle fries. And then I got 2 bags of pizza rolls. I got 1 combination and 1 pepperoni because I just want easy shit so I can focus on other shit some days. I got 1 box of off-brand Hot Pockets. I don't know if I've ever had these, and if they're ass, they're ass, but I wanted to try them. The price of 1 Hot Pocket was the price of this 2 box. So I also got 2 bags of sauce cheesy broccoli. Nom nom nom. We love. Okay, now we've done that. Let me move this. And then for the freezer, at some point I want to make the crock pot meatballs. So I just got those. Because at this point I was like, when I was shopping, I was like, I just want to get a bunch of stuff for the freezer. You know? This is for green bean casserole. I got some fried French onions. And then for Levi, I might have a few. I got chicken thighs as well. And then Levi's been, I think he was on live when we talked about this. He's been craving corn dogs, and I was like, that sounds like a genius plan. So I got corn dogs. Love the idea. Again, we live, we laugh, we love. I got myself, these are a
Yes, and every time Levi's name is mentioned as, oh, I got it for Levi, this is Levi's, take a drink of water or liquor, whatever you're up to right now. She says this is all for Levi, but you know she's eating it. Sorry guys, I'm just doing something here for a second.
childhood classic for me. I can't remember last time I bought these, but I used to eat these all the time as a child. The beef and bean burritos, the purple package by
and also talking about how it's a childhood memory, you know, how it's supposed to be cozy and comforting for her mental health. You know, all this is so manipulative. So manipulative. Just say that you want some burritos. You want to shove some burritos down your yap. Just say that.
Monterey. All right, guys. We're here for the second part. We put away all the frozen stuff. Thankfully, I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but pretty much all the frozen stuff was right there. So for Christmas, we got a brown sugar spiralized ham. Shout out to the person that sent me $10. They go towards the ham. Appreciate you. Obviously, that was before I knew I was getting paid. Because I think you guys saw how I was talking about it. If I wasn't so like, right now, like I'd be jumping up and down off the walls excited. I couldn't believe it. Like I literally was stunned. I did get some Crunch Master crisps, because there's still some more red pepper jelly I need to eat with some cream cheese. And these are the best crackers for that, in my opinion. And then for my brother, because we placed this order before. Again, I knew I was getting paid, so like we weren't planning to do a Sam's trip for a long time. Probably still gonna wait, to be fair. But with to get him to like wait and have some time to tie over or whatever, he needs his Velveetas, so we got those. And then I got one more can of Bruce's yams. These are what I use for sweet potato casserole. You can also obviously just bake sweet potatoes and do it that way, but I have a can in my pantry that needs to get used, but it's not enough. Like one can was not enough. And then we needed a new refill of hand soap, so this was half the price of the name brand soft soap. So I want to smell this. Oh, it's sealed. Okay. Oh, I really like this. I hope Levi likes it. He always buys like a super generic, like clear or whatever, but I was like, I want to try this berries and white tea scent. It's nice. That smells really nice, honestly. Oh, behind me, I'm gonna put these away. This is, I think I got some other kinds of Ziplocs, but I did get some. We've been needing some new Ziplocs that we've been getting low, so did that. And then it looks like they did replace the Diet Dr. Pepper with an extra Diet Coke. I have 5 of these. Sick. Love that for me. And then I did get 2 apples that they replaced with tangerine mango. I thought
that was a huge ham. Like that's a huge ham. Of course, she's not going to YouTube it because she's not making any money.
Checked and I didn't really see any substitutions, but maybe I didn't look that close because there's a couple substitutions here. And then I got 4 of my Skittles water as a treat. And then I did get some Rippled regular potato chips. Fran.
And I hate how she says it's a treat. It's a treat. It's a treat. She doesn't need a treat. She does not need a treat. She's got a lot of treats.
Is it cheaper? Oh, if I showed this. I got a jelly cranberry sauce because the goal was to, like with the leftovers, I wanted to make like, Thanksgiving style sandwiches or whatever. I don't normally really eat cranberry sauce.
Exactly, wicked.
Regularly, but I wanted to try it this year because like I had it with the Thanksgiving at Danielle's and I really enjoyed it.
But you're gonna have don't you have it with turkey? But she's having ham.
And then I did get 2 loaves of honey wheat bread. I originally chose, they have an off-brand version of Texas toast. I originally chose those because my brother bought some recently and I was like, ooh, I want some. And so I was gonna get 2 so we could share. Am I out of focus? Motherfucker. I've been really out of focus for a while too. And then I did get a few different chips varieties, which is why I got the cheaper regular ones. I don't care as much about those. But these are really good last time. And these are the same price as like Lay's. So I got these for that option. I added these on to replace the bagels. I think this is the last chip I got. I got a few different kinds of chips this time, clearly. I wanted to try the Texas barbecue brisket Pringles. I've never had these. My favorite Pringles are barbecue, so yeah, this is not even a little bit of a healthy grocery haul. I did get a box of chicken stuffing for the Christmas meal. I really hope I actually cook on Christmas. We'll see how I fare. And then the other thing for one of Levi's things, because a lot of that frozen stuff, like I said, is like his wheelhouse. I'm gonna be like kind of poking in the bags of a few of them. The pizza rolls are mine. Yeah, I can't really eat those. But I got the 24 bar. This one is peanut and almond because they didn't have just peanut like Sam's does. But this is a decent sized box. It's not as good of a price or sale price than the ones at Sam's. But and then here's the other bag. I got some storage quart size bags. We haven't had this style in a long, long time. So, and then I got a bottle of honey mustard dressing because I've been out for a very long time. And then last bag, I got a package of salami from the deli.
Yeah, her mood from the beginning is so much different than, sorry about my kids are just putting away some groceries for me. So much different than her mood now.
I got a sunflower bacon crunch salad kit from Market Side, just one of them. And then I got one of those like ready-made proteins. This is chicken shredded in chipotle sauce. That can just be eaten with rice or something really easy in the fridge. And then I did get 4 things of hot dogs because I put this in originally because we have a insanely large can of pork and beans in the pantry, and I want to make beans and weenies.
Exactly, Laundry. That's exactly what I've been saying earlier. Why 4 packs of hot dogs? How many hot dogs? Like 12 hot dogs and 48 hot dogs? Do we need 48 hot dogs? What the fuck is going on
also,
here?
My brother really loves hot dogs. Given the state of everything right now, he may end up just eating these over time, and I'll just buy more when I'm ready to make the beans and weenies again. Because I don't know. I just don't know what these next couple weeks are going to look like. I really miss you guys. Yeah. So I hope that y'all are having a wonderful day, a wonderful evening wherever you are, and stay true. Bye, guys.
Okay. Hold on. I got yeah, it's all performative. I hope I can cook on Christmas. I hope I can. Maybe if someone cash apps you have $50, you'll cook. I don't know what brand those were. I know. It's like you can put 2 hot dogs in a can of beans and beanies. Beans and weenies. She is so milking this. I agree. It's very bizarre. All right. I don't think there's anything else new. Let me just go check out her. If there's any YouTube comments or anything like this. Nope, just the one that Zach did. There's just a lot of statements about taking a break. Am I still muted? No. Taking a break. Oh, God, what am I doing here? Taking a break for social media. I will make sense when I come back. Why? Etc. Etc. But for me, it doesn't make sense. Oh, I didn't add it to the stage. It doesn't make sense why she needs to be offline. If she's doing something illegal with Cam, she just needs not to mention him. It just doesn't make any sense to me. All right, there's nothing else going on. Yeah, totally. Oh my God, I needed chips as a treat. So I know her volume is unbelievable. Unbelievable. On Christmas, we have to go over what she cooked last Christmas because it was unbelievable. An 11,000 calorie sweet potato casserole. Unbelievable. Interesting. Anyways, guys, I have to get to cooking. I just wanted to come on and do a short one. I hope anybody that's traveling tomorrow travel safely. 11,000 calorie sweet potato casserole. We did the calories as she was putting everything in. Yeah, she needs bacon. 11,000, not 1,100, 11,000 calories. I'm not kidding. We covered it last year, but we'll probably cover it again. Anyway, safe travels to anyone that needs to travel. Everyone stay calm, stay hydrated, stay drunk, whatever you need to do to get through the next few days. Enjoy the moments, not the things. Hope Santa treats you nice. Go out and see some Christmas lights. Go out and hug somebody you haven't hugged in a long time. Don't make it a obesity pie. No, I won't. But everyone have a great holiday. Stay warm if it's cold. You know, just try to enjoy this time. Even if you're by yourself, do something nice for yourself. Anyways, see you guys Christmas for sure. And probably the 27th. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, Wicked. I love Wicked has awesome streams too. Wicked, do you want to drop your channel just on the way out? I love watching her streams once in a while. Like not like every day, but I like watching them for like comfort. I rewatch some of them because they're so fucking funny. Yeah, make sure you're beesing. And I don't know, leave me a comment on my videos. I don't get many comments on my videos. And I like chatting with people. So leave me a comment. And okay, I'll find your, hold on. Do you guys think that she's going to go live? I'm just going to chat for a few minutes. Do you guys think she's going to go live at all, anywhere? In the next few days? Do you think she's going to cook something for Christmas? Yeah, I don't think she either. I think she's going to make some community posts that are like, but that's about it. She's going to ride this out. I hope some people cover her some more. And okay, that's it. I finally shared Wicked's channel. Do you think she's going to Danielle's house? I hope she doesn't leave Levi. I hope she got Levi a present. God almighty. Hope everyone has, like if you got kids, you have fun decorating and being Santa. I always put like reindeer paw prints and reindeer poops outside. And we put out cookies and then I eat them. And we put out carrots. It's fun. My God. I wanted to get back with Jeff just be for something. Okay, I gotta go bake. I'll try to put up. Oh, did you guys like my Christmas cookies we made? I love watching cookie decorating, but it never comes out the way I see it in my head. I'll put a picture of all the stuff I've made. All right, guys, love you much. Talk to you soon. Bye. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, I love the cookies too. My kids did a good job, didn't they? Can't tell whose are whose. Guys are very cute. Thank you guys. Bye. Bye.